I just noticed I mislabeled the stream. Okay, now it says 4. There we go. And it still said a 3. History of Konohara Academy. 1927, Konohara Academy is founded in M-Town, H-City, by a millionaire Genzo Konoe. 1928, the construction of the school building, the old building, is complete. 1937, the clock tower is built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. 1938, Konohara Academy's first headmaster, Genzo Konoe, passes away. 1945, during the Great H-City Air Raid, a fire bomb is dropped on the school. Both the school building and the clock tower are miraculously left unscathed. 1955, the school's address changes due to the town's merger. 1958, Konohara Academy Student Council is launched. 1987, the construction of the new building and the special building are completed and the old building is renovated. 1990, the clock tower stops working due to age. 1994, the old building is officially shuttered. 70 years of history. There were likely some tragic incidents that occurred during those decades. Does anything here give me a hint as to the departed's identity? See Ruko. Well, I can pull up the guide and make sure to get where we are then. Okay, so we did all that, so we are here. In this very short chapter. Oh, there you are. Hello! I close the Konohara Academy brochure once I've finished reading it. Then I take a sip of the coffee I've brewed, filled to the brim with sugar. No problem. As long as there's more cake ghosts. I don't know the sexuality of these ghosts coming up, so... It's been 3 days since the end of the slit-mouthed Kashima case, and there's yet to be a new notice. In the Interium, I borrowed several documents from the school in a desperate bid to find any clues related to the departed's identity. The investigation is not going well. I feel like I'm treading in water in the middle of the ocean and I can't see the shore. Instead, my sense of uneasiness keeps growing larger and larger. Time to get going. Mr. Konoe called me in today. I better head to the school. I'm feeling much better today than the last time, so I decided to take my car. After cresting a steep slope, the school grounds finally come into view. Mr. Konoe has already left by the time I arrive at the faculty room. Without any direction, I decided to go to the infirmary. But just then, someone asked me to fill in as an absent teacher. I gotta be a teacher again. I'm still not used to standing in front of class. However, I do my best to remain professional and struggle through it, teaching a lesson cobbled together from stray bits of my knowledge. Can I ask a question? The female student timidly raises her hand. It's not related to the lesson, though. What is it? heard you're investigating the departed. Does the departed really exist? No. Of course not. The students heave a collective sigh of relief at my reply. They're already frightened and stressed over the rumors of the departed. I shouldn't make them feel any worse than this. I believe this is the right response. So the first time I played this, I went, I'm not sure. Yay, teacher! The chime signaling the end of class sounds. Saying my goodbyes, I leave the classroom and walk towards the infirmary. School is over. Time to start my investigation. None of the mark bearers will be here today since I didn't tell anyone I was coming. Had I just made this decision earlier, no one would have been killed. Oh, Yashiki. I'm always one step behind. Mr. Konoe should be back now. I better go to the faculty room. Hello, Yashiki. Sorry for making you wait. Has there been a new notice? No, I didn't call you because of that. I just wanted to directly report. Just wanted you to directly report your results on the slit-mouthed Kashima case to me. Go ahead. Well, we gave her back her scissors and someone died. They kind of deserved it. I give him the general report of the slit-mouthed Kashima case. It's also been decided that the broken glass and the dirty floor in the art room will be left as is for the time being. Can't blame them for considering the current state of the old building. I see. It just keeps getting worse. Everyone's been attacked. The departed's identity still eludes us. Are there any clues that could help us unravel this mystery? I've been digging through some of the school's documents, but I couldn't find anything linked to the departed. Justice for the victims. Mind lending me other documents of interest if you have them? I'm especially interested in the older ones. I've barely seen any, which is odd for a school that's got 70 years of history. Oh, about that. I assume you've already learned that our school was firebombed during an air raid during the war, right? Aside from the old building and the clock tower, everything was burned down. That included the building that stored the school's documents. Even without the physical documents, you can always ask people who might recall the history you're interested in. Do you know anyone offhand who might remember? Let's see. If the previous headmaster were still in good health, he would be a prime candidate. He was curious about Konohara's Academy's past and did some digging of his own. Where is he now? He died of a heart attack last month. That's why I said the previous headmaster, and I am the current one. Oh, okay. Say, Yashiki, I want you to be completely honest with me. Are you confident that you can solve this case? I'm doing what I can, man. Yeah, I am. I like that attitude. Just bear this in mind. There are only so many strings I can pull if people continue to disappear. I'll be held responsible for the fallout and you'll be removed from the case. To put it bluntly, our investigation will be stopped. I'll remember that. That is all I wanted to say. Oh, actually there was one more thing. This morning, Dorio, the student council president, asked me if he'd be coming to the school today or not. Why don't you go and see her? Okay. Both Dorio and Michio are in the student council room when I arrive. Oh, hello, Mr. Yashiki. Thank you for the other day. Looks like Michio's fully recovered. She doesn't seem sick or dispirited. Mr. Konoe said you're looking for me. Yes, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. Though I don't feel like saying it myself. Michio, can you help? You're such a scaredy cat, Hime. Alright, take a look at this photo first. A photo is worth 1,000 words. Michio shows me a photo of the pool at night. I have to say that empty water at night is pretty eerie. What's that? There's something pale floating above the water's surface. The photo's too blurry for me to make out what it is, but it looks like a puffy, swollen face of a human.
I was the one who took this ghost photo. The swimming club came to us to share their concerns about the pool ghosts. I snuck into the school a while ago and took this picture.
That's literally trespassing.
Oh, come on, don't be so uptight. I did it to try and keep the student body calm.
I just terrified them more in the process.
Still, I can't believe I managed to get this snap, though.
My spiritual sense is truly something else. Michio grins from ear to ear. Seems like she hasn't learned a thing after what happened to her during Kashima's case. Are you telling me to investigate this spirit?
Exactly. I've heard that there have been a lot of strange incidents in the swimming club recently. If the spirit's behind those incidents, we have to do something about it before it gets worse. Do you mind investigating it for us?
Just until a new notice arrives.
Thank you.
Now, tell me about the spirit.
Where should we start?
The identity.
Well, we still have no idea who the spirit is. Some say it's a girl. During club activity, some of the swimming club members said that they heard a weird female voice. Some also claimed that they saw a severed head at night, like those in the photo.
Okay, where it started?
I believe it started after the fuss around Takai died down.
What fuss? Care to elaborate?
Oh, you haven't heard about that? Kyoko Takai was the first noticed victim. While she's said to be missing, the rumors say that she was killed by Hanako in the toilet.
Is she talking about Ribbon? Now I think about it, I never actually did learn who Ribbon was. Horikoshi told me about Ribbon. She said she used to be in the brass band club with Izumi, and the two of them bullied Hanako together.
Well, yeah, I can't deny that. She was on bad terms with Takai ever since they were first years.
Did something happen between them?
Oh, it was just Takai's personality. She was always an attention seeker. She'd form a clique and have them fawn over her. She really loved that. Takai was invited to join her circle one time, but she refused.
Is that what turned the relationship sour? This is just a hunch, but Izumi's bullying of Hanako might have escalated because he had Takai on his side. He had a shared bond of hatred.
Takai was known for her flashy red ribbon. Everyone knew she wore it all the time, and she didn't care because it gave her a boyfriend, or so I heard. She really treasured that thing. When you touched her ribbon from behind, for fun, she'd get really angry. And then her boyfriend... That's enough, Michio. You're flying off a tangent now. Takai doesn't have anything to do with the pool case.
Okay, the strange incident.
When they're swimming, all of a sudden they feel like they're being suffocated and almost drowned. And that kind of thing supposedly happened more than 10 times. Too much to be a coincidence, don't you think? But the spirit was trying to suffocate them with the curse. And that's all we know. Please take care of the rest for us, Mr. Yashiki.
I'll try and investigate it later at night.
Right, I forgot. Wait there.
Michio writes something on her desk.
Take this. This is the dorm's number and my phone number. Call me if anything happens. Or if you're feeling lonely.
I'm not doing that. No, thank you.
Jeez, Michio, don't be such a weirdo. I can't help teasing him, you know? He's way too serious, you know?
I quickly leave the student council room, putting distance between myself and their cheerfulness. Okay, go to the library. I spot a familiar-looking boy while glancing over at the spacious library. Once he notices my presence, he immediately approaches me with a smug smile on his face. Hello, Akechi.
Well, well, look who I have here. If it isn't Mr. Yashiki.
Big congratulations to you for surviving the oh-so-terrifying slit-mouthed Kashima. I expected nothing less from the renowned spirit doctor. I was just lucky.
I think so too, actually. You are blessed by the goddess of fortune. Unfortunately for Mr. Daimon, he couldn't escape his cruel fate. I heard he's hospitalized at K Hospital.
You sure know a lot about my situation, don't you, Abe? Don't you think it's time for me to don't you think it's time for It's time you tell me what sort of tricks you have up your sleeve. Oh, goodness me, to think that you would be interested in my secrets. You don't have to put it that way, man. I'm attracted to you, Spirit Doctor, and you're drawn to my mystery. We're basically meant to be. I don't dislike the sound of that, buddy. I'm taken. Hey, don't dodge my question. How did you... What a silly question. I don't see any need to answer that. Don't you know, what makes mystery fascinating and captivating is the fact that it remains a mystery. Yeah, we like seeing it solved. Let's keep our relationship this way. I'm in no mood to alter it. Now if you'll excuse me. Okay, bye. With a chuckle, Abe leaves the library. I have got no idea what to make of that kid. I doubt we'll ever understand each other. I feel like I'm talking to an alien. Is this what they call a generational gap? No, he's just weird. I step out of the library after that conversation, feeling rather frustrated. The school building is closing shortly. All students, please promptly vacate the school grounds for today. Yes, that's enough for my evening investigation. I return to the infirmary to prepare for the night's investigation. Might as well wait until the sun sets. Since I'm dealing with a spirit here, they should appear at night. Despite having no appetite, I forced down some cup noodles I brought on the way here to replenish my energy. I top it off with a cup of instant coffee with extra sugar. It's okay, kkgsjkd is weird. Doesn't compare to the stuff I brew myself. Coffee is still coffee, though. It's a hot black drink chock full of caffeine and chlorogenic acid. Telling myself that, I gulp the drink down. The night's getting late. Time to head out. I got a call. Who's it from? Mushy mush! Good evening, Mr. Yashiki. It's me, Himeko Dorio from Student Council. Why did you need to call me this late at night? There's something I wanted to tell you. Remember how earlier I said Takai had nothing to do with the pool case? Actually, it's the opposite. Did you find something? I asked one of Takai's friends at the dorm. Turns out Takai used to be in the swimming club. Hang on, wasn't she in the brass band club? She quit the club after injuring herself during practice. After that, she joined the brass band club. But apparently she still often came to watch the swim club practice. I heard that she asked one of her friends in the club to let her swim from time to time. You're just laughing. After that, the swimming club members kept away from her. So she just did her own thing. Oh. Okay, bye puppies. The puppies were asleep behind me and they just jumped off to go walk off. So she did her own thing. There's more though. I don't know if it's related to the case or not. Right before she died, she apparently lost her ribbon in the pool. Didn't she love that ribbon a lot? Sounds like it would have been rough on her, huh? Yes, I heard she was flipping out. She searched all around the pool, the locker room, the members' bags, but never found it. She was even saying she'd drain the entire pool if she had to. They were having such a hard time stopping her. Did she find her ribbon in the end? Nope. After that, the notice appeared. Dorio stops talking. I guess that's all there is to the story. Hold on, the puppies are barking. Just a sec. Okay, never mind. They're barking because they just went outside. Wait, why do I have 3 notifications on Discord? Who is pinging me on Discord? Oh, hi, Robin. Okay, Robin was just saying that they're one place they were planning to go was already closed, so.
Thanks, it'll help in my investigation. I should be apologizing for troubling you. Please call Michio if anything happens. She'll come flying. Anyway, have a good evening.
Okay, bye. Still not whether sure Kyoko Takai is connected to the pool case. Maybe I'll get a better understanding once I go to the pool. So we're already mostly done with this chapter. Chapter 4 is very, very short.
Thank you!
I leave the special building and head to the pool. After a bit of walking, I arrive at my destination. The entrance is blocked by a low palisade, obviously, given that the school hours are over and it's locked. I forgot to borrow the key. No choice but to bulldoze my way through. Just jump the fence, man. There you go. Putting my feet on the palisade, I managed to shuffle my way over in one try. It's not that hard to jump a fence. I've jumped fences all the time. This is the pool in question. Not sure if a spirit will appear tonight, but let's take a good look around first. Look at the pool. I see nothing on the surface of the water. Certainly not a severed head. The water's cloudy and clumps of algae float along it. Guess no one's using the pool these days due to the incidents. It's a bucket. Oh no, those are benches. Benches of the pool, by the pool, with dead insects scattered on top. That's not what I'm looking for. There's a bucket and a floor brush that have been left out. Did someone forget to put them away? Each lane has a diving board. Oh, that's a tooth. Wasn't what I was looking for, but alright. There's some benches by the pool. Judging by all the mold growing on them, these benches must be pretty uncared for. Oh no. What was that voice? Who's there? Oh, come on, please work. I aim my flashlight towards the source of the voice. There I spot a bloated ghost that looks like a drowned corpse. It's such an awful sight to behold that I can hardly keep myself from looking away. When I take a closer look at her, she's wearing a Konohara Academy uniform. Judging by the hoses wrapped around her body, she looks like a victim of Hanako. Is this the spirit of Kyoko Takai, the missing person from the first notice? Save me. Save me. I start to get strange chills all over my body. Shit, I won't be able to endure this for long. Takai keeps saying save me over and over again, like she's begging for forgiveness. Hanako's no longer here though. She can't forgive her nor save her. How do I save her now? The only thing I can use at the moment are the bucket and the deck brush by the side of the pool. A Flappy Bird! Bucket. Scoop the pool water. Try scooping the pool water with the bucket. Will you be saved if I do this? Takai's spirit stares at the pool, murmuring something in a relieved voice. I know this is just a dumb hunch, but maybe I stumbled on the right answer? Looks like this is the right choice. There, more. Did she say there, more? Guess I need to do more to save the soul. Save me, save me. You're fine. I start to get strange chills all over my body. Damn it, what should I do? Bucket. Deeper water. Try putting the bucket in deep water before scooping. Bucket so deep in the water that it's quite full. I slowly lift it. Guessing she wants me to get the bucket deeper into the water when she says there more. In that case... How's that? I scooped deep water like you wanted. Takai's spirit stirs at the water inside the bucket. I follow her gaze and see something floating inside. What's this? It's a flashy red ribbon. I think I remember something about Takai wearing a flashy ribbon. Is this what you've been searching for all this time? It's the right choice. I heard Takai disappeared when she was looking for her favorite ribbon. She was probably killed by Hanako before she ever found it. Okay, bye! The spirit laughs happily as she disappears in the darkness. Yay! I'm alive! The regret that Takai's lost soul bore had been dispelled. She shouldn't appear here again. Let's go back to the infirmary. Jump the fence. Okay, go back to the infirmary. This concludes the request investigation. Yet the night is still young. What should I do next? See if you notice it. For some reason, I feel a set of eyes on me. There's something on the other side of the window. Was that the departed? Why were they here, though? There's an unfamiliar item on the desk. This is... the departed's notice. Dear Student Council, I will kill you to... Oh, we're already here! I forgot this happens. Dear Student Council, I will kill you tonight. I'm watching hiding in the school, your beloved the departed. Student Council. Do they mean Michio and Dorio? Shit, what do I... First things first, I need to check whether they're safe or not. I better call them now. Take out the note Michio gave me this evening. Then I punch in the number written on the paper. No! Michio isn't answering. Well then, let's call the dorm and check if they're in the rooms. Konai Heart Academy student dormitory here. The languid voice of a middle-aged woman is transmitted over the receiver that is pressed against my ear. She must be the dorm manager. My apologies for calling this late at night. My name is Yashiki. I'm one of the teachers at Konai Heart Academy. Have Himeko Dorio and Michio Kinukawa returned to this home? Hold on, Mr. Yashiki, right? So you're the teachers who's been hitting on those two. What? Playing dumb, I see. I've heard it all from the kids here, you know that. Oh, hi, Luna. You are so cute. Did you come by to give me kisses? Yes, oh no, you just want me to scratch your butt. Okay. Go on, go lay down. They say that there's a four-eyed, middle-aged teacher who's been hanging around Dorio and Kinukawa an awful lot. Hang on a second, this... My goodness, how immoral. There have been more and more indecent teachers trying to put their hands on these innocent students. Just admit it already, that's what your intentions are, aren't they? This is getting me nowhere fast. She's prejudiced against me. Why is this happening now of all times? What can I do to make her listen to me? I'm gonna bring up Mr. Konoe. Hi, Luna! Hitting on what? Excuse me, Tormage. I'm investigating a case at the request of Mr. Konoe. If you refuse to cooperate, that is your choice, but I'm letting you know that he'll be hearing about it. Are you alright with that? Huh? Oh, hold on a second, you're joking, right? Why don't you try calling him and see whether or not he thinks it's a joke? So what are you going to do? Your call. Door manager remains silent. Really, mentioning the name Konoe seems to be a pretty effective tactic within the school. my apologies. You see, the female dormitory's been getting an awful lot of weird calls lately. I didn't mean to offend you at all. I'm just taking precautions for the girl's sake, you know that, right? Now she's finally willing to listen. So where are Dorio and Kinukawa? To tell you the truth, both of them haven't returned and it's already been past curfew. Excuse me? I always warn the kids that they need to be back by curfew, but they... Dorm manager offers up a bunch of half-assed excuses. Obviously, she just doesn't want to be held accountable. They actually left after coming back. I let them go since it was before curfew. I didn't do anything wrong. Did you ask where they were going? No, I respected their privacy. But I distinctly remember that Kinukawa was talking on the phone before she left. Judging by the conversation, I assumed she was invited out by someone. Oh, okay, I'll try to look for them. Ignoring what the door manager attempts to say after that, I immediately hang up the phone. This is bad. Stifling my mounting anxiety, I quickly try and organize my thoughts. They got a phone call and left the dorm. Luring out their targets with phone calls is a trick the departed has used over and over again. Knowing that, it's probably a sign that they've been lured back into the school grounds. I need to find them and quickly. Well, I know where to go. Okay, this is just telling me where I want to get those stuff, but I'm not looking for that, so... The two of them have to be at the school somewhere. But where to look first? I know where to go. Come. A place to connect past future. That feeling just now, that whisper. It's the same voice that told me to pretend to be Mr. Hirose during the Slipmouth Kashima case. Come to the place that connects the past and the future. The voice was trying to guide me somewhere. Are you just laying in bed now? Yeah, you're just laying in bed. Oh, hold on, Robin's pinging me. Hello, Robin. Do we need anything else? Nope, not that I can think of. I do appreciate it. The flashlight. You're... Female doll standing in the darkness. You're the one who called me, right? I forced the words out of my tensed mouth. So a place that connects past and the future. It must be the corridor that connects the old and new buildings. What the hell are you? The doll only responds in a hollowed voice. We simply stand facing each other, both of us motionless as time passes. Meanwhile, Dorio and Michiyo are... I feel uneasy thinking about it. Hey, why did you call me? What is she trying to say?
Place, bell, rings, my...
The doll in the red dress disappears, blending into the darkness. What did she want to tell me? Place where the bell rings, my... Place where the bell rings. What's in there?
place where the bell rings, huh? There's only one possibility. The clock tower. A landmark of Konihara Academy that was built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. Having fortunately escaped the fiery rages of war, it became a symbol of the school along with the old building. The clock stopped working 7 years ago, so there's no way the bell can ring. But I've often heard the bell since coming here, especially on occasions when the departed's presence is strong. The bell is ringing.
Clock tower time! Yeah, we're actually gonna start going into this area. We're gonna start going into this area a lot more now.
Let's scream nurse now. Was it Dorio? She's nearby, probably inside the clock tower. The door of the grand clock tower is slightly ajar, almost as if it's beckoning me to enter. The moment I put my hands on the rusty doorknob, the double doors fling wide open.
Alright, CG time! What exactly am I seeing here? I kinda wanna put Detective LeBlanc on here for this. I'm gonna just put this a little bigger. There we go. Well, Dory and Michi are lying on the floor in their underwear. What the hell happened here? You guys okay? Sexy. No.
Yeah.
Dory replies weakly. She can't think straight. Just know they have bugs and mold on them. Mr. Yashiki. Michio groans and calls my name. The door moves your soul is for Yashiki. Yeah. Can you stand? Don't think so. I can't move my legs and arms. This is real awkward. Huge blob is wriggling around them, restraining their limbs. It looks like a massive amount of slime mold. I'm gonna rip it off. Wait!
Don't provoke the bugs, they'll bite.
A swarm of insects are crawling on their skin. Some are venomous, including centipedes. Ugh. This is the departed's doing, then these are likely no ordinary insects. There are bound to be massive consequences if I mess this up. The girls can end up like Daimon. Ugh. Better be extremely careful and take things step by step. What should I do first? We're gonna help Dorio. I'm glad Yashiki's gay! First I rip off the slime mold that's binding Dorio's limbs. Then I carefully brush off the bugs off her body. Can you hear me, Dorio?
Mr. Yashiki?
Let's get you out of here. Can you walk?
Yeah.
Help Dorio back to her feet and get her out of the clock tower. We're just gonna leave Michi out here. She's fine. We should be safe here. I can take Detective LeBlanc off the screen now. Thank you, Detective LeBlanc.
I'm gonna go back for Michio now. Wait here.
Return to the clock tower and do the same thing in the exact order to help Michio. Lastly, I scoop their uniforms off the floor and run outside with her. Please, put these back on. I close the doors behind me and heave a huge sigh of relief.
It all went well. While the two are getting dressed, I look up at the clock tower. Is it just a coincidence that they were put here? I don't think so. There must be a reason for it. And a calculated one at that.
Oh, if you knew.
Mr. Yashiki, we're done changing.
Oh, thank God.
I have to ask them what happened. Before that, let's go back to the infirmary. Once we arrive, I make some instant coffee. Both of them sip their drinks in silence. I
honestly cannot remember the last time I had coffee. I think the last one I ever had was a latte. I don't even remember what was in it. I think it had caramel. I think it had cream and sugar. It was very sweet, but it was good, and I don't like coffee. But I never knew what it was. I just knew they gave me a sample, and it was great, and I never bothered to ask. Their faces have regained some color. Looks like they calmed down a bit. They should be able to talk now. Okay, let's talk.
Mr. Yashiki, I'm fine now. Feel free to ask us anything you need to know.
Okay, why did you leave?
That goes for me too.
Despite their trembling voices, they're trying to be strong. Honestly, I'd rather not make these kids recall such painful events, but I don't have any choice. Time to figure out what happened in the clock tower. Why you came back to the school?
The dorm manager told me you were invited out by someone.
Who called you?
It was you.
Me?
You asked us to help you because you were trapped in the clock tower? So Hime and I went out there.
I think that was probably the departed pretending to be me in order to lure you out.
Are you serious? Damn, they're a tricky enemy.
Okay, spirit of the pool.
Tell them that I managed to resolve the situation with the spirit in the pool. Thank you, Mr. Yashiki. To think that the spirit was really Takai. So she was murdered by Hanako and then became a spirit. Kinda scary to think about a spirit giving birth to another spirit.
Takai isn't the only victim that turned into a spirit. Shinji, who was killed by Kashima, was haunting the gymnasium. I have to wonder if this entire series of awful events was set in motion by the departed. What happened at the clock tower?
The door was open when we arrived at the clock tower. The moment we stepped inside, a swarm of insects attacked us. They were crawling under our uniforms, so we took them off and tried to get the insects off us. I started panicking, and then everything went blank after that. If they were just normal insects, I wouldn't have been so scared, but I saw some venomous centipedes among them.
I mean, I would have screamed too. I hate centipedes.
My limbs refused to move after I tried to escape. And then you came just as we were at the end of our ropes. You really saved us. Was the departed the one that actually sent those insects to attack us?
Most likely. I saw the notice that they were trying to kill you two. Student council.
Why us?
Might have an idea why.
Do you mind telling us?
So, I've noticed that the departed's targets all fall into two categories. People directly targeted by the departed like you were, or those who are targeted by other spirits. Everyone's been directly targeted by the departed had all been people I'm close with. I don't know why the women have to get naked. I don't know either, but I can tell you that there... There is a CG in this game of Yashiki naked. It is for a bad end. So at least we get at least a guy one.
And that means we were targeted because we're close with you.
I think so.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry, Dorio, Michio. You wouldn't have had this horrific experience if I hadn't asked for your help. I'm a curse. I shouldn't have gotten involved in this case. And Daimon wouldn't have had to go through such terrible things. My chest tightens. This feeling of regret well up inside.
But we were safe because of you.
Oh, is this a really weird song that pops up? Yeah, it is. Okay. Dorio.
You still saved our lives. That's not something just anyone would be able to do. You did it because you have the skills. Yep. The other adults wouldn't believe the departed. You're the only one I can rely on to protect us. So please don't apologize for caring about us. We're really grateful to you.
This is a really distracting song to have. I never understood it. It's gonna pop up a few more times. Like, it's not a bad song. But it's a little weird here.
Michio.
Why a bad ending? I cannot say due to spoilers if you want to see that ending. It will happen in the final chapter, but but it is spoilers for me to tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we're not even near the end of the climax. No, we're about a little more than half- oh god, I forgot. It's CG. Even after experiencing many terrible things, they never lose their smiles. They never turn away from the terror lurking in the darkness. Instead, they're trying to fight against it. Yeah, it's gonna pop up. I think in chapter 7 this song is gonna pop up again. And at least it fits more because chapter 7 is the last chapter. But it threw me off here because it's like, why is this song here? Like, we still got a few more chapters to go. I don't know if it's because they're brave or they just have a strong sense of justice. One thing's for sure though, what those two are doing is not something that anyone would be capable of. Witnessing their strength and resolve was giving me encouragement. The two of them shine brightly like a beacon in the darkness. It's gonna be real awkward when your boyfriend shows up.
Mr. Yashiki, there's something I'm curious about.
I would expect something like this near the end, to be honest. I would too! It's really weird to me that they suddenly threw that in.
Is the departed really hiding in our school?
Yes, Izumi and I already said they're pretending to be human.
Do you know who they are?
I mean, I do because I played the game, but Yashiki doesn't at this point. No, unfortunately. They're one cautious foe, disguising themselves and leaving no clues at all.
Mr. Yashiki, would you like to try deducing the departed's true identity with us? Oh, nice idea. Let's give it a shot. 3 heads are better than 2.
Yeah, sure, we'd better try it. Maybe it really was a case like, we like this song, let's not waste... It's a waste not to use it. I mean, I followed the campfire, and they were like super pumped to have the singer do the song for it, so by all means, I understand wanting to do it in more parts. Like, we had it in Callisto, and I can talk about this because the game's already out. So we contracted the song Lost Again. Very pretty song. I love the song Lost Again. And everyone on the team loved the song. So everyone was like ecstatic to hear it during the credits. But we really liked it again. We still liked it, so that's why you can actually hear the beta version of the song in Minetown if you go and listen to the radio. So we hit it in another spot. It's not a distracting spot, and if you go there, you can listen to it. If you know where to look for it. I mean, you kind of know where to look for it, because there is a story item you have to pick up there, but you can easily miss it. So I completely get it if it's the devs. They were super excited to get this singer to do the song, that they're like, we want to have it in more spots than just the end, so it was just a little weird there. Their suggestion piques my interest. Who knows, maybe they actually can feel the departed's presence. I like this one though, this is a very good thinking song.
So, the departed is targeting those who are close to you, right? How would they know your circle of friends and who you're close to, though? Since they're a spirit, they might have used their supernatural powers to figure it out. Or they might have discovered it when pretending to be human at the school. Why don't you try exploring that option? If we assume that they're just using powers, that won't leave us any path to deduce anything.
There's only a handful of people who know about I and Show at the school. First up is my client and the headmaster at the school, Mr. Konoe. Since I report everything related to the case to him, he would have learned a thing or two about me during the process. Next, we have the curriculum coordinator, Sakamoto. A serious and cantankerous individual, she might have heard things about me from Mr. Konoe and her colleagues. Next is the male student named Akechi Abe. For some reason, he knows a lot about me and my connections. He called me the spirit doctor, so he may know about the mark bearers too.
And then we have Himeko Doryo. And Michio Kinukawa. Both of them have been working with me, so they know about Iron Show as well. Is the departed among them? If so, who is it?
Sakamoto. I'm trying to make it seem like I'm unsure so I don't give you hints to who it is. I love how you're totally convinced to call Abe Akechi. I was so close to get spoilers from the game. Oh, I love the joke of just calling him Akechi. It's hilarious to me.
Miss Sakamoto said that the notices were just some pointless pranks pulled by students. Was she really just trying to throw us off the scent? The Departed's quite meticulous, issuing a notice before killing someone. That's pretty in line with Miss Sakamoto's behavior. But Sakamoto's been the most hostile person I've ever met here. Polar opposite of the Departed, who calls me dear husband. If her hatred of me is a ruse, she's got some amazing acting chops. This isn't as easy as I thought. I just don't have enough clues to deduce who the Departed's true identity is yet. I can only press on with the investigation, all while wondering who my allies and wondering who are my allies and who are my enemies. Before we realize it, a long time has passed. I can't just keep these girls out when they've already broken curfew. Well, it's already been like, what, it's like 1 AM there now? Better leave the infirmary as soon as we're ready. Okay. After closing up the school building, we leave the school. Mr. Yashiki, would you mind sharing more details about this case with us? Maybe we can help you come up with something. Well, you have a point, but you don't want us to get involved. It's too late for that. We've already been targeted by the Departed. You solving this case is the only way we're going to get back to our normal lives. That's why both of us want to help you out. Please, let us help you, Mr. Yashiki. Fine. Alright. All the deaths, the grotesque occult phenomena, the fear of being targeted by the Departed. My heart is overburdened with all the stress. I want to let it all out. I want to just vent to someone, anyone. So, once these two press me, I give in easily. Opening up like an unlocked diary, spilling all the details of the incident up to this point. How Horikoshi and Manabe were killed by spirits, Diamond's hospitalization, as well as the female doll and the numerous visions she's shown me. Something I didn't even tell the mark bearers. I guess that's just about everything. Ah!
Both of them stare at me stunned. They must find it hard to believe. Honestly, I'd be more shocked if they believed it at all.
Mr. Yashiki? The doll in the red dress. We know her.
Say what?
We saw her before at the clock tower. On the day we received this curse.
What curse? I'm not following you. What a turn of events. I have to ask for details.
It was 2 months ago during summer break. We went to the clock tower at the school's 70th anniversary project.
Oh, yeah, weren't you guys planning to get the clock tower moving again?
Yes, we wanted to inspect more of the inside of the clock tower before moving on with the project. And that was when we saw a female doll in a red dress placed on the altar.
Logically, it might be Michio because she's been the one to flirt with Yashiki. Though I've been finding Dorio's scar weird. Fuck. Did the doll move?
No, she was just sitting on the altar. It immediately gave us both the chills, so we decided to get out of the tower. But it was too late. We were already cursed.
their curse.
Is it okay if I tell him, Hime? Sure, go ahead. Only because I'm sure you'll believe us, Mr. Yashiki.
Alright. Michio looks serious, which isn't a side of her I've seen often.
You can see them, can't you? My white hair and the mark on Hime's face.
Yeah, they really stand out.
To tell you the truth, other people can't see them.
What?
Aside from us, the only one who can see them is you.
That's impossible, but how? Now that I think about it, there was definitely something off. Dorio's never even tried to hide her mark from the others, and none of the mark bearers have ever commented on Michio's white hair. It all makes sense now. It's because I'm the only one who can see them.
We've been this way ever since we met that doll. This must be the doll's curse.
The woes of being cursed. I recall that the mark was carved on my body 4 months ago. It was a death curse. Undoubtedly, their curse also has the power to bring misfortune upon them. That does make sense, huh?
Have you experienced anything strange ever since you got the curse, like a health condition, hearing or seeing things? Nothing at the moment. I'm not sleep deprived and I still have my normal appetite. How about you, Hime? I'm fine too. I knew it. This curse is bad news, right?
I mean, it's called a curse for a reason.
Don't scare me like that.
Okay, why'd you never mention it?
We actually told the dorm manager about it before, but she didn't believe us. She thought we were just being weird kids. It was really hard on us. After that, we decided to not speak about it to anyone else.
Dorio suddenly casts her eyes downward. Seems like it's really taken a toll on her and Michio.
After that, we met you. I thought I noticed you staring at my mark. I was wondering whether you could see it back then. Remember when you complimented my hair before? That convinced me that you were the only one that could see these things. I was really happy about that. Michio said we should try and talk about it with you, but I was afraid. I was scared you'd look at us weird. However, tonight I finally got up the courage.
Why am I the only ones that can see these things, though?
I'm not so sure as to why that is. Aren't there some spiritual occurrences that are only visible to you? Maybe our curse is like that.
So this is another effect of my gifted supernatural sense. I feel like I've probably gotten all the information I need from them at the moment.
Mr. Yashiki, I've been thinking about this for a while, but do you think the departed's true identity is that doll?
I don't think so.
She put a curse on us, though. Isn't she, like, bad news? I'm sure she's the departed. Evil spirits that were sealed in the clock tower have come out, and I'm sure that was our fault.
But she looks different from the departed.
If the departed can transform into a human, it can probably turn into other things, too. Even this curse of ours is the departed's doing. That means it should be lifted once they're gone.
Michio gives an abnormally loud shout. Seems like she seems to really believe the female doll is the departed. She was already investigating spirits in the departed when we first met. I understand why she's doing this now. She isn't my rival, she's trying to find a way to lift her curse.
If what Michio says is true, the departed's case isn't just something that's happening randomly. They're incidents that both of us caused.
Dorio.
We have to put an end to this case. Please let us help you out.
I've learned new information from the two of them. The evil darkness surrounding Konohara Academy continues to deepen. I wonder when the darkness will finally be cleared away and replaced by sunshine. We arrive at the dormitory. The dorm manager is waiting for us. Given the fact that they broke curfew and returned this late, it's no wonder she's beside herself with rage. But I've already learned a trick to dealing with her from our earlier phone call. She's only concerned about who is going to be held responsible for all of this. Once I promise her that I won't tell the school about the curfew violation, she takes it down a few notches. The timing to talk about their curse is a bit weird, though. I say goodbye to Dorio and Michio and leave the dormitory. Time to head back out to Kuja Mansion. There, I start compiling all the reports I need to submit to Mr. Konoi, accompanied by a cup of sweet coffee. How should I summarize this? If I mention the clock tower incident, I'm going to have to bring up the girls breaking curfew as well. That would betray the dorm manager and ruin the image of those two students. Guess you should just stick to mentioning the pool ghost. Black telephone rings loudly. Who's calling me this late at night? Hello?
It's me, Himeko Dorio.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to call this soon. Before we parted ways, I gave him the number to Kujo Mansion just in case. Oh, hold on a second. I am back. Sorry, the mail came. Just didn't imagine she'd be using this number so soon. So, why'd you call?
Well, I wanted to thank you again for earlier.
Same here. Thank you for sharing your information with me.
Glad I could be of help. I never expected there'd be an adult who would take us seriously. It made me very happy.
Of course I'd believe you too. I can literally see the proof that you're telling me with that mark of yours in Michio's hair.
Does that mean you wouldn't believe us if you couldn't see my mark?
I'd still believe you.
I'm glad to hear that. Just to let you know, I also believe in you, Mr. Yashiki. I know you'll solve this case. Feel free to come to me anytime. I'll be more than happy to help you out as student council president. I might be bad with all the spirit stuff, but I'll try my best.
I appreciate your courage, but don't push yourself, okay?
Yes, I'll be careful.
I have to go take a bath soon. Okay, go take a bath.
Good night, Mr. Yashiki.
Good night. Oh, my book is here. I hang up the phone once the conversation's over. I need to wash off my sweat and get some shut-eye too. And this is chapter 4. Now stuff starts hitting the fan. I collapse into the bed. Now is the time we get some really cool CGs. There's a CG coming up. When is it? Okay, we have that one to do. Yeah, this chapter coming up is really long too. Okay, do that, do that. Okay, it's chapter 6 is when we get like a really cool CG. It was short indeed. When I close my eyes, the smiles of those two girls I saved tonight run through my mind. My tension melts away. For the first time in days, I've experienced the pleasant bliss of floating into a dreamland, unburdened by the past few days' events. So the next chapter we're gonna have is really, really long. Then we get one really short, but it's gonna hit us like a truck. And then we get another decently long one. However, I know this this tranquility is fleeting at best. Once a new notice arrives, I'll have to face the specter again. Like, I'm surprised at how short chapter 6 is. But damn, that is a chapter. My god, they put so much packing around a book. There's so much bubble wrap over a book. There we go. Just sit that there. Open my curtain a minute. There we go. Did I save? Well, I saved again. There we go. Oh, this looks cute. Oh, there's some really cute panels in here. Okay, I'll look at that later. A few days passed since the incident at the clock tower. K Hospital is unsurprisingly empty for midday. Forgive the expression, but this place is basically dead. You're cute. You are cute! From the other side of the hallway, a familiar-looking man is approaching me. Next to him is a small girl. Hello, Mr. Yashiki. Are you also here to visit Daimon Ada? Yeah, pretty much. She asked me to come with her. Good afternoon. This girl is Suzu Moriyama, or Morimiya. Though she's been a grade schooler, she also is one of the mark bearers. After a previous case, she came to idolize Ada and treat him as her older brother. Ada, why are you taking Suzu here on a weekday afternoon? She's not skipping school, alright? Today's her school's anniversary.
I heard about the situation from Ada.
Yeah, it's Suzu!
Mr. Daimon's still asleep because of the spirit's curse, isn't he?
Most likely.
No way.
Her eyes are filled with deep sorrow. Don't worry, Suzu. Mr. Yashiki and I will definitely save Mr. Daimon, alright? Ada proudly taps his chest while making that claim. I have no idea where that confidence comes from. Despite all my skepticism, the display brings a smile to Suzu's face.
Ada, mister, can I trust you too?
The only guarantee in life is death! Why would I say that to Suzu? I do not say that to Suzu. I don't remember this as an option. Of course I will. Thank you, mister. I don't remember that as a response. Anyway, Mr. Yashiki, I'll continue to back you up on your investigation. Ada, about that. Oops, let's save that for later. I gotta get Suzu back home. I'll go back to Kujo Mansion after that. Call me if you need anything. Ada, you are such a bro.
See you later, mister.
Sounds like something Mashina would pick. Ada and Suzu leave after that. Crap, that was my chance to tell him. Following the Kashima's case, I told Moe and Sho to stay out of the investigation. But Ada wasn't around, so I haven't told him yet. Finish my visit with Daimon and leave the hospital. He's still comatose, showing no sign of leaving limbo and rejoining the ranks of consciousness. The doctors have still yet to identify the root cause of his coma. If it's truly the departed's curse that's behind his condition, he won't pull out of this so long as the departed still exists. I drive my car to Konohara Academy. A new notice hasn't been discovered yet, but Mr. Konoe asked me to teach a class in it this afternoon. Man, I just gotta keep teaching these kids. Where are your teachers? Enter the classroom and take my place in front of the students, and then proceed with the class like usual. When Konoe first asked me to teach as part of my investigation, I thought it would be an absolute disaster, but surprisingly, I'm doing just fine. While on the other hand, the students seem to be doing markedly less fine. The number of fidgeting students that can't focus on class is too large to ignore. Considering some of them also asked me about my investigation, it's obvious what's on their minds. The departed isn't just a fringe rumor anymore. These students have gone from being amused to being terrified. The human heart is a fragile thing. Seeing these kids with their flat-getting spirits, I need to hurry up and close this case.
In what feels like a blink of an eye, the class is over. First time I taught it, it felt like time stood still. It's kind of troubling how I realized I've now been at this long enough that I'm used to it. After school, I start my investigation solo. I think back to my conversation with Dorio and Michio from the other day. The departed might be someone close to me. In order to narrow it down, I make the rounds, asking teachers and students alike with people involved in the incident. However, my efforts are fruitless, and all I get is a lot of small talk and wasted effort. I attempt to take a different angle to figure out who the departed's true identity is and think it over. The departed is good at hiding. Let's say they're able to take the place of someone else. And when they do, they can perfectly duplicate that person's looks, memories, and personality. It would be the perfect disguise. No one could ever see through that. With that level of deduction, the only real chance to know their true identity would probably be once they've achieved their goal, which would likely be when they've exchanged vows with their dear husband. And for me, that would either be death or a fate worse than that, so I have to find the answer before then. I glance up and notice that it's already dark out. Time for the spirits to leave school. Yeah, the spirits have to go out of school. It's time for the students to leave the school. I'm not getting anywhere by blindly hunting for clues. I better go to the infirmary and put together a real plan of action. Find a woman in a white coat standing inside the infirmary. For a moment, I think she's the school nurse, but then I see her face. Hello, Hiro.
Mama.
Hello, Yashiki. I never would have imagined that you'd be a teacher here. I was really shocked when I heard the news from Daimon. Hiro, why are you here? To help out with the investigation. Why else would I be doing here? I would have never imagined I'd hear the word help coming from Hiro's mouth. There's gotta be a reason. Ask about Hiro. She's Madoka Hiro. She wears a white coat, but that's not because she's a doctor. Hiro's a mark bearer who works at a pharma company as a researcher. If I remember correctly, you don't handle paranormal phenomena all that well. Well, that's true. This bust of Hiro is cool. I mean, after all that suffering I was put through before, how could you expect it to be like it? How could you expect me to like it? So why are you here then? Jeez, you are so annoying. I have my own reasons, alright? She's rather intelligent, but Hiro also has quite the cowardly streak. However, there are times when her curiosity gets the better of her and she ends up poking her nose into bizarre incidents. Call it a test of courage, I suppose. Especially when you seduced Yashiki. Yeah, I'd rather forget that. I'm sure she would too. Why are you here? To tell you the truth, I'm here because Diamond asked. In the event that something were to happen to him, he asked that I come here to help you in his stead. Hence, I'm here. And I'm using up my paid leave. I appreciate you taking your obligation to Diamond seriously, but this case is extremely dangerous. There have been a lot of casualties already. Oh, come on. Don't patronize me. I'm fully aware the danger's present. Then why are you... Because I want to save Daimon. As simple as that. They're my friends too, not just yours. Okay. Daimon appraised me in the situation. A spirit known as the Departed issues notices targeting people and has other spirits kill them, correct? For some reason, I'm thinking of Hiro and Daimon hooking up. They're always together. Amazingly, I have never seen ship art of them. I think the only thing I've ever seen ship art of Daimon is with Yashiki. I don't think I've ever seen any with him with Hiro. Yeah, and it's been pretty successful. We have a number of victims already. I've also seen some in Show of Eye together. It's very cute. I've seen some very cute Show and Eye ones. That's weird. Spiritos seem to have some kind of human tendencies, eh? They behave a bit like a serial killer. The Departed is different from any other spirit I've encountered so far. Hello? I think Luna just hit my door. Oh, Show and I would be cute. They would be. They're cunning and they possess the ability to pass themselves off as a human and hide within the school. Oh, that was Yashiki. I just made Yashiki sound spooky. And I've also heard they're obsessed with you, know? You sure have a strong connection with spirits, Yashiki? I guess so. Wonder if that's all just another aspect of my lineage. Like the way I seem to be able to see paranormal phenomena that others can't. Well then, shall we proceed with the investigation? Wait a minute, Hiro. I'm going to investigate alone. I don't want you to get involved in this. Say what? You're just going to disregard my feelings. How can... Don't I get a say in this matter? Hiro. Didn't you understand what I told you before? You aren't the only one who feels frustrated about what happened to Daimon. So you better ditch that weird, I'm the only one who can carry this burden, I'll sacrifice myself mindset. It really gets on my nerves. But I'll just take matters in my own hands if you keep insisting I stay out of this. Just give it up. Triumphant smile brightens her features. I don't think I'm going to win a war of wits against her. Moving on to your investigation. I've heard that there's no new notice yet. As of this moment, that's correct. I have a feeling one will arrive soon, though. Let's go check the faculty room. There's a dog at my door. Who is at my door? Hi, Luna! Yes, you're very cute. How you doing, sweetie? Did you come to lay in bed? Yes, you did. You have a sixth sense or something. I guess you can call it that. I have a feeling the departed wants me, their dear husband, to continue pursuing this case. Luna! If my hunch is right, that means that they'll be more likely to issue a notice while I'm here at school. I will spiritually pat Luna. I'm sure she would be happy to accept that. Hold on, I'm actually curious about something. How many hours was I already in this game when we hit this chapter? We're on 5 opening, okay. I was already at like 13 hours at this point. We're only at like 8. When I get to the room, one of the teachers informs me that Mr. Konoe is away at the moment, which unfortunately means I'm going to have to ask Sakamoto. Goodness gracious, you again. Sakamoto's cold tone of voice makes it apparent that she finds this meeting just as unfortunate as I. What's your business here? I have work to do. Has a new notice from the departed arrived? Notice. Oh, now that you mentioned it, I did get a report of something like that earlier. What about it? What are you being so nonchalant for? Why didn't you tell me sooner? I believe I made my position quite clear. I find this investigation of yours to be, at best, a pointless waste of time. Sakamoto shoots a withering glare in my direction, looking like she just swallowed a bug. She's usually pretty open about her dislike for me, but now she's taking it on a whole nother level today. I got a report from the dorm manager the other day. She informed me that you took Dorio and Kinukawa out and made them violate their curfew. The headmaster might have ordered me to let your absurd behavior slide, but this is unacceptable. So that's why she's being particularly hostile towards me today. I didn't make those girls break curfew, but you can see how it'd skew that way in Sakamoto's mind, and I doubt my explanation would change much. These notices are all pranks. It's merely coincidence that the students disappeared when the notices were issued. The departed, the ghosts, the supernatural, it's all a bunch of ludicrous nonsense. To think that a man like you has sullied the good name of the teachers just to investigate this rubbish. Sakamoto's practically got steam coming out of her ears. I wonder what I can do to calm her down. Can you at least cooperate? I don't care if you believe in the departed or not. But I'm not only here because Mr. Konoe hired me, and I'm trying to do my job as a client your boss asked me to do. Can you at least cooperate? Where's the new notice? I don't have it with me. I told the student who picked it up to throw it away. You told them to do what now? Which student was it? Kakuta from the disciplinary committee. He found it while patrolling the school. What does he look like? He's a strapping, well-built boy. He's in the karate club. Oh my, look at the time. I have to go now. I have a meeting.
Okay, bye, Sakamoto. Before I can even protest, Sakamoto's already left the room, and their teachers are following suit. Well, she's clearly not a fan of yours, Yashiki. Oh, you pretty much earned that treatment for hitting on high school students. Hiro, I am going to punch you. That's not what happened. Stop making things weird. Looks like we're going to have to put some effort in to find this Kakuta boy. I mean, we might stumble upon him simply by stopping and talking to each Stroud student we see on the way. But it'd be nice if we had a bit more information to go on. More information. Dorio or Michio might know him. Sakamoto's obviously going to keep close on my contact with those two, but I can't let it interfere with my work. Dorio is organizing documents in the student council room.
Oh, Mr. Yashiki, thank you again for your help.
Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. Do you know Kakuta? I've heard he's a big guy from the disciplinary committee.
I know him. He's in 2C. How about you try looking for him in his classroom?
Got it, thanks. What a dainty run you have, Hiro. Hiro, please stop gasping like that. That's real uncomfortable. Hiro, please.
Oh, hello there. I caught a painted lady in the courtyard earlier. Want to watch some butterflies together?
Sorry, but I'm in a hurry now. Do you know Kakuta? I've heard he's a big guy from the disciplinary committee.
Oh, I saw him going up to the 3rd floor just now. What business do you have with that karate guy, though? Is he a new notice targeted by Karate Kid or something?
I don't know yet, but thanks for the info. Nope, not looking for you. Where are you? There you are. There's a big, well-built guy standing over there. He looks pretty strapping. Are you Kakuta? Yep, the name is Shinichi Kukata. Kakuta, not Kakut. Okay. Where's the departed's notice? I'm hoping you haven't thrown it away yet already. No, I still haven't. Miss Sakamoto told me to trash it, but I felt like I should show it to you since you're investigating them. Thanks a lot. You should thank Dorio and Kinugawa. They've been asking everyone to pitch in and help you out. He pulls out the departed's notice and hands it to me. That's it. I'll be heading to my classroom. Most likely because a woman. Feel free to come by 2C if you still need anything. I'll be at school for a while. Kakuta then walks off. I quickly scan the new notice. It has all the hallmarks of the previous notice. An accordion folded piece of paper with eerie handprints on it. So this is what the notice looks like, eh? It's really giving off horror vibes. Hurry up and check it out, come on. Dear Hooligan, Kokuri will kill you tonight. I'm watching, hiding in the school, your beloved the departed. The next victim is Hooligan, and the spirit is Kokuri. So by hooligan, do they mean those boorish thug types, right? Yes, so I think we should try and gather information that will lead us to the identity of those two things. Asking the remaining students would probably be more fruitful than asking the teachers. Faculty doesn't seem that cooperative. Yeah, and maybe the student council girl will tell you. I mean, she actually appears to be trying to help you. Also, I'd like to hear more from that Kakuta kid. Yeah. What's with you? Yeah, come on, give me more than that to work with. This is your operation here. Don't make me handle everything alone. Okay. As much as I want to point out that she cut me off every time I tried to speak, I hold my tongue. Besides, Hiro's plan of action is basically what I would have suggested. Better start asking about Hooligan and Kokuri. Hiro, please. Hello, Michiho. I just noticed that wasn't muted. Okay.
Did you find Kakuta?
Yes, thank you.
I'm happy that I could help. So what do you want to talk about?
Actually, we found a new notice. I am so sorry. I just realized that the audio had been looping and I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Actually, we found a new notice.
Well, there's another one here? Huh? Show me.
Show Michio's The Departed's notice. I didn't even notice. I just noticed because I have a secondary YouTube up so I can see where we're at, so I can see where your comments are, and so in case it acts up and it doesn't show the screen properly. And I just noticed the audio I have on the video was all the way up, even though I set it to mute, but I think when I refreshed it, it turned it back on.
So the next spirit's Kokuri. Well, Kokuri, that usually refers to the old fortune-telling technique, but I'm sure you actually already knew that, right?
I do not.
Let me explain it to you then. Kokuri is a fortune-telling technique that uses a coin and a piece of paper. You summon a spirit named Kokuri and ask them some questions. It can be dangerous since you're dealing with a spirit after all. There are some people who get a big scare out of it though. But Kokuri mentioned in the notice is a ghost, not a fortune-telling technique. So Kokuri is both the name of a technique to summon a spirit and the rumor referring to the spirit.
Can you tell me more about it, Michio?
Sure, why not?
Alrighty, let's chat.
That reminds me, Hime and I were called by Miss Sakamoto this afternoon. Do you know what she said? Don't get too close to Mr. Yashiki, he doesn't belong here.
Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't have talked to you. She's probably gonna give you a lecture.
Don't worry about it. You're my lifesaver and you're hunting down the departed like I am.
Okay, Kokuri.
Okay, so back to Kokuri in the notice. I have a feeling it might be referring to Mr. Kokuri.
Alright, ghost reveal. Let's go.
There's a rumor like that at Konohara Academy.
It's like a Ouija board. Oh, you didn't know? Actually, I do know of it, but I'm following a guide for specific things to get specific choices. Because there are 3 different... Is there 3 or 4 endings? 1, 2... There's that end, there's this end, there's that. There's 4 endings, okay. And I'm trying to make sure we get set to the best one. So I have to make very specific choices with characters. Like, I've already had to make some very specific ones with Sakamoto, very specific ones with, Konoe, so...
Have you ever gone to the corridor on the 2nd floor? Of course not, that place is restricted. Do you know why?
Oh, I see.
It's because of the Kokuri Shrine. That place is cursed. I'm not lying, it's the truth. I've even heard stories about it. One rainy day, some delinquents were hanging around in the 2nd floor corridor. They're kinda notorious. They were getting in fights on a daily basis. There were even rumors of that they were into drugs. I guess they must have been bored. So they were messing around with the shrine as a dare, all laughing with their stupid faces.
Bad move to go mess with a shrine.
They were kicking the shrine and scribbling on it, all sorts of things. One of them even put out a cigarette on it. The wind and rain got stronger. The delinquents were about to head back inside. At that moment, they heard a voice mixed with the wind. Kill. Hooligan.
Man, I just keep getting pinged. Who's pinging me? Get pinged by both Puma and Robin. Okay.
They turned to the old shrine, the source of the voice, figuring someone must have been playing a prank on them. Except they were the only ones in the corridor. Obviously, they thought they were imagining things. Those delinquents looked at each other and ran away from the corridor as fast as they could. But that night, one of the delinquents, the one who snuffed out his cigarette on the shrine, felt a pain in his ear. He felt a strange sensation when he touched his ear. It was dry and rough. It was weird, like there was something in his ear. Terrified, he went to go check himself out in the mirror. Mushrooms were growing from his ear. Folded cap mushrooms that looked like maitake. The mushrooms continued to spread from his ear to his neck, his cheeks, and his chin.
Mushrooms?
The delinquent shrieked and then... he called an ambulance. He got himself checked in the hospital. They found no trace of mushrooms. But his ear had a really bad infection. The skin was rotting away, so they had to cut his ear off. When a teacher heard this story, they said it's the curse of the Kokuri shrine. That voice must have been Mr. Kokuri's, and that was his work. The rumors say Mr. Kokuri is an apparition of a priest who haunts the shrine. And that was the rumor of Mr. Kokuri. So please stay away from the shrine in the second floor corridor. If you're cursed by the mushrooms, your lovely face will be ruined. Is Mr. Kokuri the name of the shrine? Correct. It's called Mr. Kokuri because the shrine has a mysterious voice. No one knows what Mr. Kokuri looks like, and they've only ever heard his voice. Creepy, isn't it?
Hooligan.
Hooligan? I can't think of anyone. Maybe Izumi, I guess, but he's dead already. By the way, Mr. Yashiki, I've never seen the person beside you. Is she a doctor like Daimon? I'm a researcher, not a doctor. Though I do also deal with the health of living beings as part of my job. Oh, I see. An idol and a female scientist, huh? You sure have some amazing and gorgeous assistants. By the way, which one do you prefer?
Oh my god, can I choose neither, please? I do know. They're both dependable in their own ways. I has stamina, Hiro has intelligence.
That's not what I mean. Oh, well, it was stupid of me to expect something.
You two sure are close. This girl might be the departed, you know. Shush, Hiro.
Oh, I don't mind, as long as Mr. Yashiki trusts me.
Sorry, it's a joke. I'm kind of on edge since we don't really have any idea who the departed might be.
I don't mind. In this kind of situation, it's natural to have some suspicion.
Ugh, I miss my normal school life.
Hey, Yashiki.
Shouldn't we be able to pretty much guess who Hooligan may be? Based on what Michio told me about Mr. Kokuri's rumors. A delinquent student.
I agree with you there, but I still have no clue who it might be.
The rumor said a delinquent student was cursed by the shrine on the second floor corridor. Why don't we go take a look there? Wait, are you serious? Aren't you being too cavalier here? We're going to be stepping in some deep shit if we approach that shrine. I'm not doing it for entertainment, it's for the investigation. You can stay here if you don't want to go. I never said I didn't want to go. I'm just wondering if there's a better way to do this. That's it, I'm not scared at all. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, Hiro. Hiro, please. Please stop moaning while we're just trying to run. I don't need that. Hiro.
Hello, Mr. Yashiki. Do you still need anything from me?
Oh my god, why did I come back to 10 messages? Who is messaging me on Discord? had a friend invite me to play, and it's like, no, I'm playing with my girlfriend! I want to play with my girlfriend, we can play later. The Departed. I've actually read that notice. A spirit named Kokuri is going to kill Hooligan tonight, right? Well, Mr. Konoe told me not to discuss the incident with the students out of consideration for their mental well-being. Can't just give him a dismissive reply, though. No need to hide it. The rumors have spread. Izumi the pianist, Horikoshi the model, have been killed just as the notice said anyway. And the ones who killed them was a spirit named the Departed, right? They're hiding in the school right now. Cute. I love playing with you! I would much more prefer to play with you. If the rumors of the incident have already spread to this extent, I'm not doing anyone any favors by keeping my mouth shut. I doubt that these rumors have been purposely spread by any one target. These students believe in the Departed, and they're just connecting the dots and spreading rumors on their own. The weaker students have been tired of living in fear. I guess they're scared of the idea that the person next to them might be the Departed. Are you not scared, Kakuta? Me? Scared? No way. If a spirit dares to show itself to me, I'll just get to work with these fists. Kokuri. Guess I don't really understand spirits. How about asking Kinukawa from student council? Seems she knows a lot about this kind of stuff. Hooligan. Oh, okay, there they go again. Goodbye, dogs. That's the person mentioned in the notice, right? Do you have any idea who it may be? If we're talking about hooligans at this school, I can only think of the delinquents. Those punks keep ignoring the school's rules, and it's really pissing me off. Kakuta is on the disciplinary committee, so it's not surprising that the behavior of some punks has gotten him all riled up. I'm glad you do. I also enjoy myself with you. I enjoy spending time with you. Here, hold on. I think my dad sits up. Okay, now we go back. The second floor's corridor should just be up ahead. There's a crumpled paper in the gap between the doors. Warning! Second floor corridor is off limits. The shrine where people supposedly heard Mr. Kokuri's voice should be right up ahead. Looks like the door is unlocked. Let's check the place out. I'm sure she's fine. A tanned, ostentatiously styled girl is absentmindedly lingering near the shrine. Hello? Hello there. Her reply is unintelligible. More of a groan. Just ignore her, Yashiki. Something's wrong with her. One shrine is standing there. This has got to be the shrine from the rumor about Mr. Kokuri. Let's take a closer look. First thing that stands out is that there's a rather small shrine. It's completely weathered after being exposed to the elements for a long period of time. Another noticeable feature is that the number of talismans on it. The image of the talismans looks kind of like a centipede. There's a small gap in the shrine door. It's too dark to tell what's inside, though. We need to open the door first if we want to see what's inside. I reach towards the door to check what's inside. Oh, man. female student next to me groans, slowly forcing out some words. Don't do anything bad to the shrine. Okay. Old man here. Growling, the female student launches an attack. With a terrifying look in her eyes, the female student raises something resembling a baton. I see something that looks like mushrooms around her neck. Maybe she's possessed. Oh, cool girl. We try and use my bag as a shield to block her attacks. We clutch the bag tightly and block her attack. Nice! Female student recoils. Grab her, Hero! Okay! Calm down! Hero captures the student's arms from behind. Helping out, I immediately restrain her. The student lets out a yell and then goes quiet. Looks like this is the right choice. I'm getting pinged again! Who's pinging me? Oh. The student faints and the mushrooms on her neck instantly vanish. So it really was the spiritual phenomena. Assuming that the rest of this rumor is accurate, that would mean that the mushrooms in the shrine are the shrine's curse. Keep an eye on her, Hiro. I'll investigate the inside of the shrine. Sure thing. I walk towards the shrine and put my hand on the door. There's a talisman on it. Inside the shrine I find some bizarre stuff. Petri dish used for experiments. It's inside the dish is a dead centipede. Some red substance appears to be growing from the centipede. What in the world is it? Well, I see you found something interesting. Those red filaments are probably mushrooms. It's difficult to tell without the caps. Without me realizing it, Hiro's already peering over my shoulder. Looks like those mushrooms hyphae are growing in the dead centipede. I think they're in Ophiocordyceps? That's very interesting. Mushroom names are hard. What's it doing here? The old shrines aren't usually a place where you'd store lab equipment. What are you going to do with the petri dish? I bet you're going to keep it. I guess so, yeah. Pressed by Hiro, whose eyes are sparkling with curiosity, I collect the petri dish. What are we going to do with her? Doesn't seem like she's going to regain consciousness anytime soon. We can't just leave her here. Let's take her back to the infirmary. I hoist the female student onto my back and leave the corridor. From there, I walk straight to the infirmary. Oh boy! The smell of cigarette smoke assaults my nose the moment I enter. Yay! You're finally back. I've been waiting. Inside, I see a sharp-eyed man tossing a cigarette into a portable ashtray. Mashida. Ugh, the smell of cigarettes. Hey, no smoking inside the school. There are kids here. You're a terrible influence, you know. Where's your common sense, Mashida? Oh, is that how it is? Back in my day, teachers would openly smoke in the faculty room. Well, times have changed. You need to be more considerate. The boyfriend! What a pain. Anyway, who's that kid on your back? Let me lay her down first and we can talk. I put the unconscious girl down on the bed. She's totally out of it. I guess I have to leave her here for the moment. Also, apparently this fungus is called caterpillar fungus. Ugh, great. Alright, can you give me the details now? Don't exactly expect to reunite with your friend and find him carrying an unconscious girl and their friend. Fine, I've got some questions to ask too. Mashida! Satoru Mashida, a mark bearer and the former detective who is now working as a private investigator. He's not really all that knowledgeable about spirits and paranormal phenomena, but after the events of our shared past, he often joins me when on spirit-related cases. Never would have expected to come to a place like this, even on an investigation. You mean a school that's still in session? Yep. Place full of brats sounded like nothing but trouble to me. Hell, I got scolded just for having a friggin' smoke. Sneaking into an abandoned school is way easier. Just let me make one thing clear here, Mashida. I'm begging you, please try not to attract any unwanted attention. No guarantees on that one, pal. I'm just gonna do my own thing. Just gonna do things my way, and if anyone's got a problem with it, then they'll have to deal with it. The corner of his mouth twitches into a mischievous grin. Mashida's a man who will do anything for his investigation. Mr. Konai and Sakamoto will not appreciate his presence or methods. Also gonna say they made Mashida look way cooler in 2. I do like how they do Mashida's look in 2. But his eccentric methods have a way of dragging the truth out of situations where a more civilized approach would fail. Why are you here, buddy? Have you finished your job, Mashida? Yeah. Can't tell you much about it, though, since I'm under an NDA. God, man, I feel you. And just when I thought I'd be able to relax for a bit, that hag Yasuoka asked me to help you out. She's a real slave driver. This man is different from the other mark bearers. Because of his job, he's a seasoned veteran when it comes to solving cases involving dangerous and bizarre spirits. If he's offering to help, I'll jump on it. This help makes that much more likely that Hiro and the departed targets will survive. Sorry for causing you trouble. Save your thanks for that old bag. I'm just here to work. What do you think? Also, the fungus is used in Chinese medicine. Huh. I won't forget the DLC. Stuff going on there. Yasuoka gave me a summary of the case. A spirit masquerading as a student. Wonder how their grades are. He's cracking jokes, but his eyes show no trace of a smile. Under the surface, he must just be as tense as we are. You want to know what I think? You're basically being jerked around by the departed's notices. All those spirits from the notices, and you're no closer to figuring out who the departed is. Maybe you're right. But if I just ignore the notices, someone's going to die. What's your plan, then? You're just gonna keep dancing their tune until they get bored and quit. Don't get sidetracked and forget your original goal, Yashiki. The only way you can solve this case is to find the departed hiding in the school. So what you should do is start looking at everyone around you as a potential suspect. By the way, Yashiki, Mashida jerks his head over to the direction of the girl in the bed. Tell me about her already. How long are you gonna make me wait? Share everything I've learned about Mr. Kokuri and Hooligan and the events of the shrine. So this kid attacked you. School violence has lost its art these days. What a special moment in your teaching career, Mr. Yashiki. Cut it out with that. Hearing you say that makes my skin crawl. No matter how you choose to look at it, this kid isn't normal. She called us hooligans and had mushrooms growing along her neck. Right, considering that, maybe she was possessed by Kokuri. Yeah, that was a CG. I recall the time Michio was possessed by the slip-mouthed Kashima. She was fully under the control of the spirit and led by their desires. The student might have been the same as her. Just not as creepy as a design. Who is this kid anyway? She doesn't have her student handbook, and no matter how much we shake her, she's not showing any signs of waking up. Waiting for her to wake up is such a waste of time. Let's just ask someone else about her. Beautiful CG. I still love it! Should be able to find someone who knows about who she is pretty quickly. She's obviously trying to stand out. Let's ask about the petri dish too while we're at it. Who knows, maybe we can learn about who placed this inside the shrine. So we're just going to show this thing to students. They're going to start talking about me.
Too late to worry about your reputation. You already tricked 2 female students into breaking their curfew.
Oh my god, Hiro. I don't care if you get all chummy with those brats for the investigation, but you better not do something weird that ends up blowing back on Miyashiki. Give me a break, you two! I really hope this puts a stop to this topic. I'll have whoever I don't bring with me keep an eye on the unconscious girl while I resume the investigation. Let's see if anyone at the school can tell me about this girl in the petri dish. Alright, Hiro, get the freak out of my party. There you are.
Did you find Kakuta?
Yes, along with a new notice.
So there's another new notice. Mind showing me?
I showed Dorio the department's notice. Excuse me.
So they're threatening to kill someone again.
It's my job to prevent that from happening. If you've got any information that could help, please let me know. My gosh, I keep getting pinged today. Now I have a text message! Who is texting me? It's my dad asking them to pick up food.
Sure.
Let's chat.
That reminds me, I've been wondering about this for a little bit now. I realized that
Shush.
I realized that you've started calling Michio by her first name.
Shush!
Mind telling me why?
I had a feeling this would come up, actually. Now you're just mocking. Why are you texting? Now it's my brother joining in the conversation. He wants food. Okay. I tell Dory about how Michio forced me to call her by her first name if I wanted her to cooperate.
I figured. Couldn't imagine someone as serious as you just deciding to be so casual with their students.
You bring up a good point. What do you think? Should I go back to calling her by her last name?
No, don't do that. Michio will hate me.
Why would she?
She's trying to get along with you in her own way. So I don't want to interfere with her wishes like that.
I just keep getting pinged with this chapter. Alright. Kokuri. I don't really know much about spirits. You should ask Michio instead. I know where she is. Hooligan.
Hooligan, huh? Compared to model and pianist, this one's got a lot more room for interpretation. Finding out the target might not be so easy.
Delinquent girl. Describe the girl who attacked me and ask if she knows her.
I think I have an idea who she might be. She might be one of the first years. Saki Maruhashi.
What's she like?
I don't know her personally, but some of the first year council members were telling me some things. They said she's never had any friends and that she's always on her own. She's got a bad reputation because of it. There's nobody to defend her. There are all kinds of rumors surrounding her, saying that she likes to go out at night, drink, smoke, and she's associated with a biker gang.
These may just be rumors, but if they're true, that'd make Saki Maruhashi a kid worthy of being named Hooligan. Creepy petri dish. Take out the creepy petri dish and show it to Dorio.
What's that? A dead centipede. What are those red things?
Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta go get something for my dad now. And I am back. They are actually mushrooms. Do you know anything about this petri dish?
Not at all. I don't know anything about it at all. Mr. Yash, can you please keep it away from me?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Doria breathes. Hello again, Luna. Doria breathes a huge sigh of relief when I put the. Yes, I love you too, sweetheart. Doria breathes a huge sigh of relief when I put the petri dish back in my bag. They really don't want me to continue playing through this part. Her reaction is totally normal. Mashina and I have just become so desensitized to these sorts of creepy things that we forget how normal people view them. Alright, now we gotta go back to Michio. Finish my conversation with Doria, leave the student council room. Hello.
Do you know that only female bees have stingers?
So what do you want to ask? Okay, thanks for the bee fact. Delinquent girl. Describe the girl who attacked me and if she knows her.
I think I've seen her before, but I don't know her name. I'm not a delinquent after all.
Thank you for your help. I take out the creepy petri dish and show it to Michio.
Oh, a Chinese redhead. The Colopendra
Yeah, I know that's too much for me.
Did you know that even though the name of the centipede means 100 foot, there aren't many centipedes that actually have 100 feet? I think like only a few soil centipedes have that many feet.
Seizing the opportunity to talk about insects, Michio immediately begins flexing her knowledge about centipedes. It's really weird how Michio and Dorio are showing interest in Yashiki. It sure is. She doesn't have a reaction to the terrible sight inside the dish. Hey, I appreciate the centipede lesson, but what about the mushrooms?
So these red thingies are mushrooms. No clue, it's beyond the scope of my knowledge.
Oh, I see, thanks. Judging by that reaction, Michio won't be able to tell us anything useful about the petri dish. Okay, now we go there, and then we do that, okay. Just trying to make sure we're going and heading into the right spots so we don't get turned around. I remember having to do a lot of back and forth with this one, so... Hello, yes I do. Do you know a delinquent girl? I described the girl who attacked me if he knows her. Yeah, I know her. She always hangs around the connecting corridor. She keeps going there even though I've warned her so many times. This is why I hate delinquents. They're stupid. Do you know anything else? Nothing in particular. I don't really care about delinquents. Care to know about delinquents. If she wasn't a girl, I would have punched her in the face. Hey now, aren't you in the karate club? Male or female students shouldn't fight with each other. I'm just joking. Martial arts should be used to train your mind and body, not hurt others. Look at this dish. Take the creepy petri dish from my bag and show it to Kakuta. Oh, when he sees the dish, his eyes bulge. What's wrong, Kakuta? No, it's just... My apologies, it's so disgusting I don't even know what to say. Centipedes alone are already gross, but the mushrooms just make it so much worse. Where did you find it? The science room? No, it was inside the shrine in the second floor's connecting corridor. What's this thing doing there? I have no idea either. I doubt it's a prank. Oh. I have to get back to patrolling. Sorry, but I've got to end our chat here. Kakuta bids us farewell and quickly leaves the classroom. Hey, Yashiki. Something's off with that brat's statement. You must have noticed it too, right? What's off about Kakuta's statement? What he said about the centipedes, the mushrooms, what about patrolling? The mushrooms. It's the mushrooms, of course. When I first saw the petri dish, I didn't even realize they were mushrooms. But Kakuda noticed it right away. That's a bit strange. Correct! See, your brain's working just fine. You may know about where the mushrooms came from. Better speak to Kakuda again. He should still be at the school. Let's go find him. Yay, now we gotta go back and talk to Michiho.
By the way, Mr. Yashiki, I bumped into Karate Man earlier. Like, literally bumped right into me. Like, he literally bumped right into me. He didn't even apologize and went straight upstairs. The other disciplinary committee members would be shocked if they knew. Tell him off for me.
Okay, thank you. Boyfriends working together. Kakuda's inside the storage room. Several documents are scattered on the floor below him. Looks as if the room has been ransacked. Mr. Yashiki, I didn't do this. The room was already a mess when I came in. I totally believe you. Why are you barking? Don't bark. Nothing is happening. Please, you've got to believe me. Just tell me what happened here first, Kakuda. Oh, there she goes. Oh, Luna. Yes. Work. When I was patrolling the school, I saw someone coming out of the science room. They seemed kind of suspicious, so I decided to check it out. The room looked the same as it always does, but I unlocked the storage room here to have a look in just in case. That's when I found this mess. That's what you're saying happened. Yes, that's what really happened. Damn, I could have caught the culprit if I had just come sooner. Kakuda's eyes dart every which way he's trying to spin his tail. My gut tells me he's hiding No. No, not at all. Let's press him for details. Okay, so what's a suspicious person? You saw someone come out of the room, right? What did they look like? A delinquent boy with brown hair. He was running at full speed, so I couldn't get a good look at his face. Why didn't you chase him? I didn't know what I should do. At the time, I had no idea he'd been poking around the storage room. Okay, the science room. Is anything missing from the science room? I don't think so, but I'm not totally sure since don't often come here. My apologies. Did you check if there were any shadows someone might be hiding in here? I checked all over the room, but I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. That's why I decided to enter the storage room. Okay, need storage room key. The storage room was locked, right? Yes, so I unlocked it. Since I'm on patrol, I have the keys with me. Is it that easy to borrow the keys? Ha, not at all. Who knows what those delinquents would do if they had these keys? The only trustworthy students like me, someone in the disciplinary community would be able to borrow these keys. That's all I need to hear from Kakuda. Of the 3 pieces of information he gave me, 2 of them are inconsistent. He may give himself away if we point it out. Let's put his feet on fire, shall we? It's the delinquent in the key. You said you saw a delinquent student, right? Yes, that's right. You said it was locked when you came in, which means the perpetrator locked it behind himself. But you also said the key's under tight control, and that'd be never lent out to untrustworthy delinquent students. Just wondering if you could explain that for me? He must have stolen the spare key. Those delinquents, they have no shame. What else is that guy capable of? Well, I suppose we can always go check if the spare key's been stolen or not. Except I've got an alternate theory. Kakuda, you broke into the room using the key you're holding. I have no idea why you did that, but you started acting weird after I showed this to you. Do you know anything about these mushrooms? Nakakuda's being as clear as water. don't really know the details. I was just told to do this.
By who? The sound of a phone vibrating echoes in the room. Kakuta takes out his phone. Then he stares at the screen, his eyes wide with intense concentration.
Oh. I was summoned. I have to go. Or else I'll be killed.
Killed? Who told you they're gonna kill you?
Kakuta runs out of the storage room, screaming at the top of his lungs. Wait! I dash after Kakuta with Mashita following hot on my heels. When I saw him running away like that, my mind immediately flashed back to Naomi Horikoshi, who ran from us right when she met a tragic fate. I'm determined to prevent history from repeating itself. This is really weird to have a black screen on the painting. But my stamina fails me midway through the chase and Kakuta disappears in the distance. What the heck is with that brat's stamina? Never even gained ground on him. He must be some kind of monster. I agree with Mashita. His physical prowess certainly seems like that beyond a typical high school student. Almost as if he's being possessed by a spirit. Fine. Now let's go back to the science room. I'm curious what Kakuta was trying to do. Yeah. Return to the science room storage room. My whole body feels heavy as lead, but both from physical fatigue and mentally from the looming sense of prowlessness. I'm starting to feel like prey stuck in a spider's web, struggling pointlessly while the departed exerts total control over me. Does this struggle have any purpose? Can I even save a single person? Don't give me that hang-dog look. Just focus on moving the investigation forward and don't think about anything else. If you can't handle that, then hit the road. Hiro and I can handle the rest. No, I'm fine. Mashita's right, we need to act, not mope. Let's inspect the storage room. We need to figure out why Kakuta broke into this place. There are several documents on the floor, and there must be Kakuta's doing. Pick up one of the documents and look at the cover. There's a label with a caption written on it. Research on native plants that grow around Konohara Academy. There are 2 dates written under the... Now you're whining at me, okay. There are 2 dates written under the title, one from 11 years ago and one from 9 years ago. I think once we get to a safe point, I'll just stop. I keep getting interrupted and I feel bad. Did the research span 2 years? I find a preface on the next page. The fox forest behind the school seems to have a special environment. A variety of plants native to the area can be seen here. As a science teacher of Konohara Academy, I set out to catalog all of them. Following the preface page, there's a summary on the research done on various plants. There are photos of plants, moss, complete with detailed research and information. It's thorough, yet surprisingly easy to read. It's clear that the author is both a fine writer and an educator. What in the... The page between Fox Azalea and Foxtail Fern have been torn out. I skimmed through the end, but I don't find anything about the red mushrooms. Oh my god, Robin found Sakura ice cream! That's cool! Sorry, Robin pinged me about it. Just taking a crazy shot in the dark here, but let me guess. The red mushrooms info's on the torn page. Most likely. Kakuta must have done this. I bet that's why he snuck in here. Why'd he do that, Yashiki? He trespassed into a locked schoolroom and stole something. Probably be expelled if he got caught. Some information on mushrooms really worth that much of a risk. I guess he thought it was. Can't even imagine what information would be that important, though. If we can find that lost page, we may get a step closer to understanding Kakuta's motives. Should we report him to the school, Yashiki? No, we shouldn't. We'd back Kakuta into a corner if we did. We can always decide to turn him in later once we've heard his side of the story. But what if I want to back this man into a corner? Alright, now we leave. I'm just gonna jump to the infirmary, it's easier. Don't jump scare me. Okay. Alrighty. So I think we'll save here, because I keep getting interrupted. I feel bad I keep interrupting you. We could play tomorrow if you wanted. We should be able to finish this chapter. We could probably do the next chapter. Because it does not take that long at all. Especially because I'm not going after all the teeth. It's just this next chapter is extremely long with the night phase. And then we have the 6th chapter, which is a decent size. But it's mostly because I have to make sure I make the exact right choices. And then 7 is a pretty long kind of length. So we should be able to get it done in about 2 streams. And then whatever game you would like to play next, I am more than happy to. Yes, I can hear you, Nix and Luna. Also, the girls are yelling at me, so... I do hope that you've enjoyed it, though. I hope it's been fun. Also, it says opening, but we're pretty much at the halfway point. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.